Hey guys, welcome back to the Nets, the home of unbiased views. With me today is Arsh, and as always, we will be talking a little bit about cricket happening all over the world with a deeper dive in what's happening in India. So, welcome back, Arsh.
Hey man, before going any further, hit the like, hit the subscribe, press the bell icon. Please spread a word out to do whatever you can to help us grow. So talking about cricket, damn, what a interesting time it has been. So this might just be the only time where a bowler must have picked a hat trick and got hit for six sixers. So I think he is going to go down in the history. So this is to a different level. Whatever Dhananjay pulled off was like one in in the entire cricketing career, in the entire cricketing history. That's going to be the only time.
Absolutely, and even the quality of wickets that he did manage to get. So it wasn't like any wickets. He got Nicholas Puran, he got Chris Gale. So obviously the wickets, he good bowler, but it was just that he ended up on that one day when Kieran Pollard was in the mood. So six
Yeah,
six is definitely an interesting feat, and no better person to come it for than Kyle Pollard.
absolutely. And the way he has hit it, so the it's just pure power. If you got a chance to see it, it's just power. It's nothing. It's just brutal power. That's good. Yeah, that's
If anybody, I would have expected Chris Gale to do it, or if not Chris Gale, it was Kieran Pollard. And Kieran Pollard, I think, had better odds just because he can play spin a little bit better than Chris Gale can. But nonetheless, brilliant feat for the big man. I hope he carries this form forward when
Of
he
course,
is
he
coming.
gets it home. So yeah, let's hope.
Uh,
And with coming close to home, talking about the IPL, it is still a little dicey. Now it is a little dicey to happen for the games to happen in Bombay. So because of the situation right now in Mumbai, so they are looking at alternate venues for the same. So that's one sad news which has come out.
I did hear about that. And again, it seems like COVID is making some significant changes worldwide. So, from what we understand right now, PSL has been suspended indefinitely. One of the sad things there was players who were breaching protocols were not really asked to follow the mandates that were needed. That ended up in suddenly six players tested positive. And the news is the inside scoop is that it's not just six, it's not limited to six. There is a big bunch of players that have tested positive. So it's not just that. Now, any of these players that were supposed to fly back to their teams to play internationals for their countries, even that comes into a big play. So this is a massive blotch on PCB. PCB has not been able to put the right protocols in place, and I think there will be some high official changes, and next will be rolling in the PCB.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
changes are coming through.
If you think we have not done justice to talk about PCB, please go and see Shoaib Akhtar's video about the PSL getting suspended. He has spoken his heart out, like the man always does.
Shoaib Akhtar for me is I personally have never been a fan of him just because of the way his views have always been up and down.
Mm-hmm.
I
No, no, no.
I
The
I
way
mean,
he's
less said about
spoken
Shoaib
is
Akhtar, the
just the way he is spoken is just hilarious.
I mean, yeah, he is absolutely upfront when it comes to giving out his views, and good for him. But I don't always think his views are trustworthy. So he swings the way the momentum is. He doesn't really go by what is, what needs to be said. He usually takes the stand that he feels will get him more views. But oh well, moving on from that to the test match at Motera, the final test match. And I would say that this is a legit semi final. Were you happy with the team selection?
Oh, brilliant! In works for us. So when Ben Stokes is the first bowler, first who the so he is the opening bowler. So that says a lot about England's team selection. But having just three bowlers to bowl at a probable so again England is not playing for England. England's playing for Australia here. So if England win, the Australia goes through. So with that said, playing three quality bowlers, Ben Stokes as their fourth and Joe Root as their fifth is a shocking. It's a shocker, but whatever it works for us.
And I'm surprised by that, quite honestly. It was, if I had to pick on this pitch, if I had to pick between Archer and somebody like Pope, who has misfired. And yes, Pope has shown tons of promise, but he has misfired. I would have picked Archer just because Archer can throw his bat around a little bit if you give him the license to just hit it out. Plus, Archer gives you that ability to actually grab wickets. So, for that specific reason only, I thought that England's selection was a little bit wary. The other thing that I felt was the pitch was not really as turning and as bad as, I wouldn't say bad, but as square
Choose
turner,
your words. Choose your words wisely.
as square turner as it was last time around.
Mhm.
So the ball was gripping a little bit. It wasn't really turning square. There was that one ball that was doing something. And I think rather than a first day pitch, this could have been termed as a second or a third day pitch where the ball is turning. So we know that this is going to happen. The pitch is going to turn, and England did a good job by winning the toss. But I think again, Akshar Patel making the game.
That's the only good thing that they did today, is it?
Now Akshar Patel winning the toss. It's just again first wicket was off a straighter one.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I was going to come to that. So how does it feel after 7 days of doing whatever you can? Your first wicket falls to a spinner for a straighter one. That to a second delivery that he bowled. So it was just it was just overwhelming. At the same time, it was just stupid on their part, saying that, "Oh, what have you guys done? You're into this again."
Right. And then, but we saw some intent from England this time around. They were more
Okay.
open to using their feet. So even Crawley, and his wicket was for me, it was not Crawley, but I think Lawrence down the order. His wicket, he just threw away his wicket. He looked like the most settled batsman. And then all of a sudden to Dan Lawrence, yeah, all of a sudden trying to come down the pitch and trying to hit a shot was, uncalled for. I think England would have benefited if he had played for his 50, played a seamer head, not go for a sensational shot, just take singles and get to his 50.
No, but at the same time, they were 7 wickets down, right? They needed that push to, have India bat again. So if that could have gone over the distance, you never know that it was three in a row. So 3, 4 in a row could change the course of the game. That would take England to around 220, 240, around that mark. So from there, it was a different game altogether. So coming to the point, how many days is the test match going to last?
I think this will go to the fourth one. I have a
I
feeling
think
this will,
I think three and a half at max.
yeah, three and a half, fourth. That was what I was targeting. But again, tomorrow's first session will be the key. Akshar Patel is making everything look easy, but it's not going to be, that won't be the case. We keep hearing that over and over again that if the ball swings, the ball spins as well. So Rohit and Pujara might have to see out the first hour at least. And then after that, batting should be a little bit easier second and third day.
Mm-hmm.
But if we manage to get a lead of 100, 120 odd, I think we might have wrapped up this test.
I hope we do.
Yeah, no, I think that, and anything over that. So if Rohit or Virat manages to score 100 and or Rohit and or Virat manages to score 100 here, I think then it's curtains for England. Australia can sit back and
Watch the
start thinking
game.
next championship.
Watch the game at Lords. So
So speaking of Australia, Australia and New Zealand play today for the fourth T20. And pitches in New Zealand, not just pitches, but stadiums in New Zealand tend to excite me. I mean, small stadiums, you never know what targets are defendable, which ones are,
God.
it's fun. I like it's a different brings a different aspect to the game. But
The way
my
the,
that game,
sorry, continue.
my eyes on that game will absolutely be on Kane Williamson. He has failed in two matches. So that is surprising for me. And maybe there is a plan that Australia has for him. We don't know.
Yeah, so the interesting bit about the third game was the first two were like New Zealand had won the games, right? The third one was basically just give me a second. The third one was sorry.
The Glenn Maxwell show.
Yeah. The Glenn Maxwell show. Just give me a second.
So while Arsh is gone, the other thing that has to be mentioned is the amazing test match that we saw between Afghanistan and Zimbabwe as well. Zimbabwe, I mean, tough time to be playing Zimbabwe, and people always look at Zimbabwe and think of it like, oh, this team, we hope it does better. But I have probably seen the team from the 90s for Zimbabwe. It has been an excellent. It was a joy to watch them back in those days with Andy Flower, Grant Flower, Guy Whittle, Heath Streak, Edo Brandes. Everybody would come in and chip in, and they were a team too. I wouldn't say that they were world beaters at any point of time, but they had these one-off players which were exceptional, like Glenn Johnson, talents like Glenn Johnson, and there was Alistair Campbell that would come in, and he would also come in and swing his bat, and he was a captain for a while. And then after that, I think there was a steady letdown that happened with Zimbabwe. But I was just covering a little bit about Zimbabwe and how
I heard it's so beautiful to see this after so long that it's not even funny now. And I expected a lot more from Afghanistan, to be really honest. But then
so I was actually going to end it with that was another 2-day test match that no one is talking about. No pitch being mentioned because no one really, no one was watching them, sadly. But I think Afghanistan has found a batsman in Ibrahim Zadran, really good player, quality player, and Zimbabwe on the other hand has found a good bowler with Blessing Muzarabani. Yeah.
I give you one more chance. Go ahead and take this right.
Muzarabani. Yeah, that was his name.
Banging. So yeah, on that note, guys.
All right, guys. So on that note, if you have come this far, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, give us a shout out. Let us know how we are doing, and we would be glad to improve the content. And again, the challenge is back to the nets. We talk about cricket, and that's all that I have for today. Thank you.
We'll be going live on Instagram. Our channel will be going live on Instagram and on various other handles. We'll put a link in the description and give you guys heads up whenever it's out. On that
sounds good.
Bye bye. See you.
All right. Stay healthy, stay safe, guys, wherever you are. Thank you.